up, Squatch Nation? This is your host, Dad Squatch. So we are on Vurhonga, Savanna. I'm going to do a feeder hunt for lions. This is our first ever feeder hunt for lions. I'm going to show you a quick little rundown of my setup here. Kind of ran around and put some stuff out where I thought might be a hot spot. This has not been proven, but this is what I'm going to try. So I'm up on a hillside here. Got a feeder here. Out in a meadow here at a pre-built stand. I've got a feeder here. I've seen lions here before. I know this is a hot spot lake. So I've got feeder here at this pre-built stand. And then I've got a feeder here off of this pre-built stand so I can draw from both sides of the lake. I have one set up here. I've got a set up here, a set up here, and a set up here. I'm going to see what I can do with it, guys. I don't know, but we're going to check it out and find out. We'll have it shortly. Come along with me as we try to kill some lions. This is a new setup, so I'm going to mark where everything is to be able to find it in the dark. And that's not easy to do, find in the dark. It is a clear night, so this feeder was still at 100%, so we probably don't have anything here. I think that's the feeder right there. Pretty sure. And I don't think I've ever seen a lion at this lake over here, so that's okay. We'll pick it up and move it if it doesn't produce. So there's our feeder there. Got our big old chunk of meat hanging off of it. And there's nothing there. This one's still at 100% too, so it's not being messed with. I don't know how long you have to let them marinate for. There's a lion coming in. First lion of for the feeders. I want to see how he's going to interact with that feeder. And we still may be a little bit early. Lions feed from 12 midnight until I think like 6 a.m. I think. Until 8 a.m. From midnight to 8 a.m. is when they feed. Alright, we're going to take our first lion. We just laid him down, guys. First lion off of a feeder. spot on his butt is. Must be just muscle tone. Alright, let's move to the next one. So we know this was a bust, this was a bust. Let's swing. Let's come over here and see what this one will do. This is all new to me, bud. All new. So just bear with me while we learn. I think that's going to be the feeder. Pretty sure that's the feeder right there. And I will be the first to tell you, I don't hunt on Savanna enough to know where hot spots are, so this was all just trial and error guessing. All just a guessing game. That's a feeder. And I still may be too early. What time did I set it for? 150, so I still may be too early. So there's the feeder. We have a level 5 lion here. Let's go ahead and pop him. Took him out. As we get a rhythm going, we'll get faster at it. It's a little difficult in the dark, but that's why we have night vision. And this is the new feeders. They just hang a big slab of beef off of them, and the lions come there and feed. When I'm having to hunt in the dark like this, I like to mark where my actual feeders are on the map. There's my feeder. Then we have another level 5 lion here. Do a little quick scan around. Don't see any other lions. Let's pop him. Oh, he might run. He's gonna run a little bit. I shot him a little bit high. That's okay. Oh, I scanned something. What did I scan there? Oh, a bunny rabbit. Okay. But we got that lion, another level 5. Now, if you'll note, there's a water source over here, but it's a good 800-900 yards away from the actual bait feeder. So, I mean, I'm out in the middle of an open plain, prairie plain. So you don't have to be relatively close to a water source to attract them. But I do tend to try to set my stuff up relatively close to a water source. The reason for that is when they're traveling in between zones from that water source to their feed or rest zone, they're going to pass through that. I would call it like a cone of attractiveness. They'll pass through that. We have a level 7 here. And when they pass through that, it imprints on them where that zone is for them to come back to it. He's going to come down. He's going to go down. We got some lung butter. Which way did he go, Jack? He went this way. This lion grind is not for a great one because there's no great one lion, but hunting them with the feeders could be a excellent way to obtain rare fur types. This one here is a pretty stout shot here. This is a pretty long shot. There's the feeder. Not seeing anybody interested in it right now. And see, that's a weird thing because where I have it at, there's lion zones here. There's lion drink zones here. So they should pass by this area. But he didn't pass, he's not passing through there. I'm trying to remember where I set stands up at. Go back and check these ones that busted on us to start with. And like I said, this is going to be a trial and error type thing. I have no clue what I'm doing with it. We're going to learn as we go. Oop, I hear a lion. There's a lion chasing over here. So he's coming into the bait, apparently. Probably. Oh, there we go. There's a level 5 chasing. There's a level 6 right there. And he's down right there. I don't think they were, well, he was pretty close to where that feeder's at. Yeah, he was on the feeder. So we had 2 lions in that feeder location. Yeah, he was on it. Well, no, that's a actual marker for a feed zone. So he was on the feeder pretty much. So we know this spot and this spot are decent. Just wish I could see a little bit better. We got a female lion feeding. As you can see, while she was standing here, she was doing a ripping and tearing action. So she was actually feeding on the carcass, which is amazing that they added that detail. backtrack here. This feeder's still at 100%, so I don't think it's been messed with. So the only thing on Savanna that is going to mess with this particular feeder is going to be a lion. It's the only thing that can mess with it. So I guess that's a good way to tell without going to the stand if you've got any traffic going on your feeders, because you'll have bait missing. See, this one's at 99%, so it's got traffic on it. This one's still at 100%. That one's at 99%, so it's had traffic. 99%, it's had traffic. That one's still at 100%. But I killed a line off of it earlier. That's at 100%. That one's at 98%, so it's had more traffic. So basically, guys, that's lions in a nutshell with the feeders. In a nutshell. Wish it were more exciting. And it'll get exciting once I start tweaking it and moving stuff around and finding hot spots and all that good stuff. We'll get better with it. You got some blue wildebeest moving through. You better be careful in lion territory. There's a level 6 here at this feeder. So on these feeders, you only have one type of feed that you can feed. That's going to be the slab of beef or meat or whatever it is. Pretty sure this is going to be a busted spot. Might need to change the time, fast forward time a little bit, give it a little bit of time to marinate. Check it again, I don't know. We'll find out. I thought this would be a great spot, but I'm not seeing anything here. It looked good when I set it up. Well, all these spots looked good when I set them up. Something interacted with it because it's dropped a percent point. So something interacted with that bait station. And being that the only thing that can interact with those bait stations is lions, it tells me there's a lion in the area somewhere. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the time, give it time to marinate some. Yeah, that one's a bust. It's still at 100%, and we changed it 24 hours. There's got to be a sweet spot time. And here comes the rain. It never rains on the Savanna. Why is it raining? It's the desert. There we go. There's a 6 there. Boy, it looked like it might have hurt a little bit. So we know the feeders work. We've tested them. We have some locations are attracting. So we know they work. They work. We know they're viable. We just have to find locations that are going to work well with them. This spot's going to be a bust. It's still at 100%. Still at 100% after 24 hours. No, wait, it's not a bust. We do have a female here. Okay. And I know there was a male in the vicinity because I chased him off of this little lake over here. She didn't know what happened. With lions, there's no need in herd managing or anything because you don't have a great one. There's no great one lion. If they do introduce a great one lion, they're going to do a population reset. So just shoot and have fun, guys. Shoot and have fun. That's all you got to do. And you're grinding for fur types is what you're doing, and diamonds and fur types is what you're grinding for. Got a little jackal there. That thing's ugly. Nothing there. It's really weird because I have lines on this lake here. It's really weird that nothing passed by this way. So we have an idea what we're going to have to do. Going to have to move a couple things around. But it could make for a fun hunt, guys. Could make for a fun hunt. And if you guys watch the video and you have hotspots for lions on Vurhonga, let me know, guys. Post it into Discord. Show me your hotspots. Show me your setups. Take a screenshot of your setups on Vurhonga and post them into Discord. I really want to do some lion hunting. And this would be a hunt that I would want to do in a group with a group. Because there's safety in numbers. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, if you guys have a setup for lions on Vurhonga and you want me to come and look at your setup and hunt with you, let me know. I'll come hunt with you. She wasn't quite. I guess she was on it. She was on it. I was gonna say she wasn't quite on the feeder, but she was on the feeder. The feeder's kind of hard to see in the dark. When it's low light, it's kind of hard to see. What's up with them, with all these lions having a circle on their butt like that? Everyone I've killed today has had a circle on their butt. It must be from the circle butt tribe. Let's make one more round, see if we can maybe spot something on these ones that gave us a bust. But at least all of them were not a bust. I think we ended up with like 50%, maybe 50% busted on us. Can't see it. Don't know where it's at. It's still at 100%. It ain't no good. Not a good spot. There it is right there. Yep, it's not a good spot. I'm going to have to move this one. So this was a mover. This is a good kill spot. Another good kill spot. Level 7 out there. I shot the pole twice, I believe. That's what I done. I shot the feeder twice. And he didn't flinch. I shot the feeder twice because I was dead on him. And our lines are getting progressively bigger. I think this was a level 7. We started off shooting 5s. Okay, there's another 7. This one was a bust for a while. We had a female here last time. Now we got a level 7 male. So it's starting to pick up a little bit. Oh, he's not from the Circle Butt tribe. Okay. I said tribe. I meant pride. Lions are members of prides. We got a female here. She's gonna run for a little ways. She didn't give me a great angle. Lord, what a deuce. Madam, she should be ashamed and on her way to the hospital after dropping that deuce. There's another deuce. I think it's amazing how much they poop after they get shot. There's a Circle Butt tribe. Pride. You know, it seems like the longer you let that carcass sit, the better it will be because that meat will start stinking and it'll attract more animals. I would think. In real life, that's the way it would work. I don't know how they have it coded in game. We have another little, well, she ain't little. That's a level 3 female. She messed up when she came to feed at this feeder tonight. The tripod and the feeder look a lot alike. I couldn't tell which one was which just then. Here we go. There we go. Is this the one that's been busting on us? I don't remember. But I think we're going to be all right with this grind, with the feeder grinds. I think we'll be okay. So far, I've only got to move one so far. It's busted on me. And I may move others. I may move others around just to see, you know. I may run seven setups and have one as a floater to move around to different test spots. You never know. Who knows? This one's been really disappointing. This spot's been really disappointing because I know there are lions in the area. Because I've killed lions in the area before. Haha, they showed up. Finally, it's not a bust spot. Finally. So far we've only got one spot that's busted. It's like I've been preaching with the whitetail grind, guys. It's all trial and error. Every bit of it, trial and error. We just got the feeders today, this morning, for the lions. I have not tested in any way. Time as it got downloaded good, I popped into Vurhonga, fast traveled around to the different spots that I knew had lions from previous hunts, threw the feeders down, set up my tents, and started hunting. That's just as simple as that, man. That's just that simple. It's not rocket science or anything like that. It's just trial and error. So far, this is the only stand that has busted on me so far. And I may can move it over here and it be a killer stand. Who knows? But we'll see. But as of right now, it's a bust. And it's still a bust because it's still at 100%. Nothing here. Nothing here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. Pull this. It was a well made out plan, just sometimes plans don't go the way they're supposed to. Get a little daylight, try to find somewhere to set this one up at. We're gonna try a little something over here. Don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try it. I don't want to shoot that 500-yard shot though. But I'm gonna use this outpost as a fast travel point. I'm gonna bring that into about a, I don't know, maybe a 350 shot. Anything in that vicinity. I might can draw lines from there. That'll work. It's like I've been telling guys, it's all trial and error, and we'll find out on the next video if this setup works. But as for now, we're done with this lion hunt. I appreciate you guys for hanging out and checking out these new feeders with me. It's been a good time. It was a little sketchy at first when I didn't think my setup was going to work, but everything proved to work except for the last one, or except for that one, and we are moving it now, so we're in good shape. But hey guys, I want to tell you, God bless you, and remember, Jesus loves you. And I'm gonna put a shot on that black buck. I mean that spring buck right there. He's a black one, and he's down. He stood out like a sore thumb out there. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day. And Jesus loves you, and so do I. Y'all come back now, you hear?